What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Restoration and Vick. For today's episode, we're going to be working on these Air Jordan white and green 4s. Some of you guys may remember I picked these up from New York SneakerCon for about $63. So now it's time to restore them. We're going to be giving them a good deep cleaning using Rejuvenator products, repainting the netting, regluing this area right here, removing the yellowing off the soles, and repainting the midsoles. I thought the shoe was missing a little green, so I went ahead and customized them to look like this. So now it's time to turn these into these. So let's get started.
Yo, that shit is ill.
Yeah, you need some deodorizer for sure. Alright, so now we're going to get started cleaning the shoes. Since the shoe has full leather uppers, we're going to be using the all-purpose brush. Then we're going to move on to the suede brush and sole brush. Alright, so now we're going to move on to using the sole brush to clean up this rubber sole. Alright, so now we're going to be using the suede brush to clean the patch on these Air Jordan 4s. Alright, so we got the shoes all cleaned up. Now we're going to put these into the Rejuvenator laundry bag, then throw them in the washing machine. Alright, so whenever you're using the washing machine to clean your shoes, make sure your water is at cold and small cycle. Also, make sure to use some Rejuvenator detergent. This stuff is available at rejuvenator.com. Now the next thing we're going to do is remove the yellowing off the soles. We're going to be using Salon Care 40, some saran wrap, and a paintbrush to apply with.
Yo, that shit is ill.
Alright, so in order for this product to work, you're either going to need the sun or some UV ray lights. In this case, we're going to be using my indoor setup. I got in a ton of questions about what kind of lights I use, so I'll have a link in the description below. Alright, so we got the soles fully deoxidized, all the yellow's gone. Check them out. Now the next thing we're going to do is tape up the uppers so we can remove the paint.
Sorry to interrupt like this, man. Pops told me he needed help. Tell me, what can I do to help you out, bro?
First of all, Johnny, I'm not going to take help from somebody that calls himself Johnny Bubbles.
Yo, Vic, but look, I know you call yourself the tape guy, but don't forget to get.
Dude, I'm not even done, dude. You're interrupting my work.
Well, I mean, look, you
Nah,
clearly
dude,
need help. anyways,
No, wait. Honestly, dude, for the millionth gazillionth time, I've told you I don't need any help.
yes, you do, Vic, bro. Look at all the stuff you haven't finished, man. Look, let me go ahead and clean up these mags. They've been up here for at least 3 months, bro. Like, let me take care of these Tokyos. Like, I could go ahead and dye them for you, bro. Let me go ahead and dye them. You know what? Honestly, no, I'm not even gonna fuck with those. Look, yo, let me finish these M&Ms for you, bro. Let me finish them. I know you've had them for about like 2 years now, bro.
Johnny.
It's some repainting, bro. Trust me.
Dude, I'm working on a video right now, dude.
Understand.
But if you really want to help out, I got these shoes that I barfed all over on the other day. I mean, if you want to help out, here's your chance. Let's put these away. I mean, touch those.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
That's the only opportunity I'm giving you.
Yeah, I
you
could
want
get
to clean those up?
Yeah, I could get it done.
My shoes.
But I wanted to help with like a repaint. This is a cleaning. I could do those anytime.
I mean,
Johnny Bubbles.
I mean, you gotta pass the test first. You know, not anybody can do repaints for me.
I mean,
You gotta.
All right, no problem. I won't let you
yourself.
down. Yeah, I could go ahead and knock these out for you. But can I do a repaint?
I'll do you one better, dude. I see that your shoes on your feet are pretty trashed.
I mean, I ride my
don't wanna be
motorcycle.
rude. I mean, that's no excuse. I'll help you restore those if you clean those up.
You gonna restore my shoes?
I mean, I'll help you.
You gonna get that?
Dude, just get out of my office.
You
Dude,
get
I'm gonna
that?
finish up this video.
You know
We'll
what,
talk
bro?
about those bread ones later.
I appreciate you. I'm not gonna let you down, Vic. My beard's still better.
Dude, get the
I'm
hell
out.
out.
I'm out.
Alright, so we got the uppers fully taped up. Now we're gonna move on to stripping the old paint. We're gonna be using some Dad's Easy spray, some scour pads, and an old paintbrush to apply it. Alright, so we got 95% of the paint off. Now we're gonna clean up any residue using some alcohol and cotton balls. Alright, so we got the midsoles fully stripped. Now the next thing we're gonna do is reglue some areas on the shoes. First thing I do is remove the tape so we can prep the areas for glue.
Yo, that shit is ill.
So before I apply the new glue, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the old factory glue using some acetone and cotton balls. Alright, so guess what time it is? Retape. So we're gonna go ahead and retape one more time, then apply the glue. Alright, so we're ready to apply the glue. We're gonna be using some Barge Super Stick cement and some cotton swabs. Okay, so the glue's applied on both the midsole and uppers. Now we're gonna wait about 7 minutes, then clamp them together. Alright, so the 7 minutes are up, time to clamp. Alright, now we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. Alright guys, so we got the midsoles fully stripped, areas on the shoe re-glued. Now we're going to move on to the netting. But first thing we're going to do is tape off the shoe. Alright, so these shoes are taped up once again. Now we're going to go ahead and repaint the netting. We're going to be using a compressor, an airbrush, some flat white paint, and some too thin to thin the paint. Let's get started. Alright, so the netting's fully repainted on all three sides. Check them out. Back to white. Now we're going to protect this freshly painted netting using some Cry Out matte finish. Alright, so the matte finish is completely dry. Now we're going to remove the tape, then move on to the midsoles. Alright, so now we're on to the last step of this restoration, which is repainting the midsoles. So the next thing we gotta do, take a guess, retape the shoe. Promise you that's the last time we're retaping the shoe, so now let's get started. Alright, so we have the shoes fully taped up. We're gonna get started using some flat white paint, and we're gonna apply it with an angular brush. Alright, so we got the white paint laid down. As I said at the beginning of the video though, I feel like the shoe is missing some green. So we're going to go ahead and paint the top portion of the midsole green, just like this. We're going to be using regular Angelus green paint, but for those of you who don't know, green can be a very hard color to lay down, so we're going to be laying down an avocado base coat. Alright, so I did lie. We have to tape one more time. We got to tape off the white part so we can paint the green. Alright, so we got the avocado laid down. Now it's time to apply the green. Alright, so the green's fully laid down. It's all nice and even. Matches these plastic eyelids on top. So now it's time to spray the matte finish. But before we do that, let's remove the tape. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up on this full restoration / custom. These things were a ton of work, but as you can see, these things look brand spanking new. The products I used are available at rejuvenator.com. Make sure you use my promo code in the description below. Also, make sure you follow me on all social media at Vick Almighty, and let me know what you guys thought about this video in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next Monday. Thank you guys for watching.